just for me, I don't like it when other Tongans put other Tongans down. That never makes sense.
Yeah, no, I don't see. I never understand that either. Because it's like, why? That's like the same thing as like, like say like other cultures, like say like black on black violence. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you do that? Why would you do that to your own people? And it's like when other Tongans are like, degrading other Tongans, or there's violence between other Tongans. It's like, why would you do that? Like, that's like your brother or like sister right there. You know what I'm saying?
Especially if that Tongan is trying to do better.
Exactly. Yeah, like when you see like another Tongan doing good, like encourage them and boost them to keep going and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like don't bring them down, or don't like talk bad about them. I feel like a lot of people now are just like, they see someone doing well, like especially our like Tongan people, like they'll see someone doing so well, but then they'll just speak bad about them.
Yeah, for no reason.
Yeah, I don't know. Like it's just you should be happy that they're doing that, because they're your people. They're Tongan, so just encourage them and motivate them. You know what I'm saying? And they're motivated. They should be motivating like other people too. It's just I don't get it.
I just never got that. I never understood that mentality. Like when you see somebody in your own culture and your own race doing well in life.
Yeah.
I never understood why people would try to hate.
Yeah.
There's so much. I just never understood. For me, I've been trying to figure that out my whole life. Like, where's this all this hate coming from, bro?
Yeah.
Because if I see somebody make it big, you know what happens? That inspires me, because I know if they can do it, shit, I can do it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? If they can make it out the struggle, like you said, you grew up in the struggle with your parents right now. I'm shit, same thing. My parents are fathers, work 2 jobs, same jobs, the yate, the caretaker. My mom's a caretaker.
Yeah, my mom works bye too.
Bye. So I've seen my parents struggle. So like, I know what that reality is, what struggle is. So like when I see other Tongans making it big and doing well for their family, like I feel that in my heart, bro. Like, for sure. Like, do your thing, Toko. Do your thing, Tahine. Make it big.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But for me, I've seen Tongans, bro. I've seen Tongans talk about somebody, number one, talk about someone they don't even know. And then just for no reason, just hate out of no reason. And
it's not healthy, man. Like they should definitely just keep bringing them up. You know what I'm saying? Like, because they're doing their own thing. Like that other Tongan is doing their own thing, and it makes them unique and stuff. So it's like, I don't know. Maybe this hate comes from jealousy or something. I don't know.
But this is my question, Neil. I want to ask you this. Like, in my opinion, I feel like that hate comes from that I don't know, it's the belief of the culture that we are brought up into, believe that we're all supposed to be one box, if that makes sense.
Okay, I got you.
Because like you said, when you grow up at being Tongan, like everybody tries to hang out with one another.
Yeah.
Everybody try to do the same thing. Our parents have this heart. Our parents are really hardcore. That tough love.
Yeah. Tough love, man. It'll get you.
And some of you guys are listening probably had some tougher love than others.
Yeah.
I don't want to give anybody any flashbacks, but
bring some trauma.
But yeah, I feel like for me, that's why that discontent or like that hate resonates from, because like our whole life we're gonna like told, like, this is what a Tongan is. This is what a Tongan man should be and act like. This is what a Tongan woman should act like. And then as soon as somebody steps out of line from that belief or from that system, then it's our natural response to be like, and to like criticize that person instead of like encourage. Because we've been taught our whole life. Because like the same thing for me, I remember growing up and everybody was telling me, if you don't hang out with other poly kids, then all the other poly kids would just just treat you a certain different type of way if you don't do what they do.
Yeah.
So I've always been afraid about like growing up as a kid, of doing things, or even like when music come on the radio and there's something you like, but then you like that song, but then everybody else you can tell don't like is hating on that song.
Yeah. Kind of like that perspective.
That perspective, but like so you like you don't even show it. Oh yeah, I don't like that song. But then you really do. Yeah, but in the grand scheme of things, in the kind of how you holding back of like the things that you're passionate about and your true self. And I feel like for me, like I feel like the only way we can grow as people is like we got to be 100. We got to be true to ourselves.
Oh yeah.
But the thing is, like I think because we grew up in a culture that kind of hit like doesn't let us be unique and let us be different. I think that's why that resentment or that hate comes from when we see other Tongans trying to do better of being different, and then that's why automatically we just respond that way. What do you feel like?
I feel like that applies to like, you know, like all that hate, you know, how they you see them like stepping out of line and stuff. I feel like that applies to like a lot of people that are like that still follow the OG ways.
Yeah.
But then I feel like there's like another, like say like I feel like there's a group of Tongans who like still follow the OG ways, and then there's like a new wave of polys that, you know, follow like the American way, and like, you know, when they see someone, like they're the ones that support those Tongans that are doing something different than what, you know, the culture like expects of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And
so I feel like all that hate from like the the people that follow the OG Tongan ways, I feel like that comes from like that group. But then there's also like another group of Tongans who like see that unique new stuff that goes on. They're like, oh hell yeah, like I support that Tongan right there, blah blah blah. You know?
Yeah. And I think sometimes, I mean, I don't want to say for everybody's hate, because I feel like sometimes it's not even hate. It's just when they don't understand. It's like,
they don't understand and stuff.
So when you don't understand something, the first thing we do, our nature as human beings, when we don't understand something, the first thing we do is to criticize.
Yeah,
that's just like our human nature. Mm-hmm. So when something is just we don't understand happens, like, the first thing we do is criticize, and a lot of times, you know, it's like the masses, right? If all your friends start criticizing, we just follow.
Yeah.
Sometimes we just criticize because that's what everybody else is doing, but deep down you're supporting because of, you know.
I've been in those situations before.
I've done that before. I'm not gonna lie, I've done that before, where people will talk about somebody and I'll just like co-sign. I'll co-sign what everybody else is doing, because I don't want people
you don't want them to judge you.
Yeah, right. But deep down, I'm rooting for that person. Deep down, I want to be that person. Oh man, dang, I want to be like that. But because all my friends, all my boys are not agreeing with me, then I'm just gonna go with the flow. And I feel like that happens to a lot of us.
I see what you're saying.
Has it happened to you?
It has. Like, has it happened to me personally?
No, like either personally or have you seen that in your own?
To be honest, like there have been times where it's like happened to me personally, where it's like. Yeah. I'll be like with my homies or with my friends or, you know, with my own family, and they'll be like, I hate that. Like they'll be like, oh, I hate that. But then in my head, I'm like, damn, I actually like that a lot. But then I'll be like, nah, yeah, I hate that. I hate that too. Yeah, I'm not with that. You know what I'm saying? But then like it was just like the thought of me like agreeing with them, because like I don't know why it is with me. It's just like I rather have like be like, it's just me personally though. It's like like how I think about it. Like I'd rather that person be satisfied than me. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like if I were not to agree with that person, like they'll just be like, why? What the hell? Like this and that. Like they'll get mad at me. But it's like if I just agree with them, they'll be satisfied, kind of thing. And it's like I don't know. I just feel like that's wrong a lot, because like they should understand how I feel and stuff. But I don't know. I think that's kind of just on my part too. Like it's like kind of my fault that I do that. I put myself in those situations.
I want to ask you about that. We just shared right now. Do you feel like deep down you just want to avoid confrontation, avoid conflict?
Yeah, to be honest, like I just feel like it's a lot easier. It's just a lot easier to avoid all that stuff, because like it's like less stress, and it's like sometimes I don't even want to deal with that person, because I know that you'll deal with people who always want to be right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like they'll put their 2 cents in and be like, no, it's this and that, and then you'll be like, no. It's this, but they won't understand you. So then it'll just lead to one thing. And then it's just like, you know what? I agree with you, bro. Like that's you're right. You know what I'm saying? But then in my head, like, even though I'll agree with them, like I know what's right and I know what I like, and that won't affect me like in the future, kind of thing, you know?
No, that's facts right there. Cause I feel like, for me, it's like when it comes to like either like having a discussion with somebody, For me, if I know that person is not like, he's not mature enough to be having open minds to listen to what I gotta say, I don't even entertain it.
Yeah, exactly.